Okay, I didn't tell Scott I was going to do this. This is the most scripted part of our show. We actually write the most for this part, our little bumper in the beginning. However, I had to go to the bathroom during the middle of writing this. So I let Scott finish it, and I have not pre-read any of this. So here we go. On this episode, we end 2020.
Good riddance.
And we leave the year with a lot of memories, and we know the future, well, has no choice, but can only get better.
We talk about ice castles and Good Samaritans, both in Wisconsin.
And we talk about Apple and how their manufacturing partners treat their employees.
We talk about what we got for Christmas.
And we talk about a rare comet seen in an eclipse.
We talk about a canoe with wheels that run on electric.
The comet was an eclipse or the how can you see a comet if it's eclipsing? It eclipsed me, Egypt me. But this is me reading Scott. Scott just said he talked about a canoe that runs on wheels and is electric. And then we talk about stovepipes.
Then we stop talking and end the show just like we ended 2020. Looking forward to 2021 and better things.
Welcome to the Don't Know Show, featuring what happened to the world today. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott. And this is a tale of a... You're trying to confuse me, aren't you?
What are you trying?
Scott, this tale of how bad life decisions led to Steve driving me crazy before Christmas or after Christmas.
After Christmas, and a YouTube show and a podcast and all kinds of other fun things. Remember, we're your getaway. So we talked about it last show. All you people that want to get away, you need to get away. You need to, you know what? Mental health in America is terrible, and you need an escape. Use us to escape. Don't do drugs. Don't do all the other stuff. Don't. Well,
wait a minute. Does that mean we're an escape from reality?
We are an escape from reality. We're going to talk about what we've noticed is going on in the world today. And I want to know, why do you have poison behind you?
Just in case this year wasn't going to end, I was just preparing myself.
Well, I have not seen the terms and conditions for 2021 yet, so I'm not.
Okay, what this is, this poinsettia plant that is in my background.
Yes.
We got last year, and we have never, ever, ever been able to get one to last more than 3 months into the new year. And this is from last year, and isn't it beautiful?
That's amazing.
It's still alive.
I don't know of anybody who, because people get poinsettias for Christmas and that, but I don't know anybody who's been able to keep them alive for the whole year.
Most of them don't. And I tried something different this year. I kept it in that window, which is a good window. It's got morning light only, not afternoon light. And I remembered not to just water it. I actually added plant food.
Wow, that's impressive. I don't know. You know what? I should get that for my daughter. They're all on sale now. All the poinsettia plants are on sale now. It's after Christmas. This is our last show
of the year.
The last Corona show. My Corona. How many Corona songs are there out there? God,
probably a bazillion. Now, here's something you may not know about poinsettias. Did you know that in the summertime, there's no red leaves?
No.
Yep, they're all green.
Really?
They don't turn red until this time of year.
Is it turning red because of the chlorophyll thing, or?
No, this is what they do. The flower is the leaves turning red.
Really?
Yeah, go ahead and research it. I did this last year when we were doing this.
Our show doesn't know this. I don't know anything about poinsettias, but I do know, like in the fall when leaves change color, it's because the chlorophyll is no longer in the leaves, and that's why they change color.
Correct.
But this is not them dying. This is them becoming a flower. Something weird.
It's like you've heard of what they call the Christmas cactus or holiday cactus. It only blooms at this time of year. Same concept.
Huh. I did not know that.
Yep.
Did not know that. So I got an owie.
I saw that. Wait a minute. What was the movie? The movie Red, at the end of the movie or middle of the movie, you got a paper cut, didn't you?
Yes. That's not this finger. It's this one.
You know how I know it's paper cut?
Can't really see, but I did the Chinese bamboo shoot under my nail.
Oh yeah, that's always fun.
It only went halfway down, so we'll see if it comes off or if I'm okay.
I'll tell you something. You once in your lifetime get any kind of sliver underneath your fingernail, you'll understand why that was such an effective torture.
Yeah, it was a piece of metal, and it went and when I pulled it out, the blood came.
Oh sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it healed up. It's not bleeding now, but and remember, it's this finger, not this finger.
You see the color change here?
Yeah, what's that?
That's from when I sliced my hand open with the tool last year. Remember, or earlier this year?
Oh, really? It's still a
Yep.
color change?
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's a
there's a
scar.
scar there, and it's a slightly different color.
Yeah, that's when you put the grinder through your hand.
Yes. So the human body can fix a lot of things, but it's never exactly the same as it was when
Well, at least
before you did it.
Remember, it's this finger, not this finger.
Yes, yes. And it's a good thing that more people listen to our show than watch the show, so they don't realize that you just been flipping everybody off.
They've realized.
I just blew it for you.
Everybody on the podcast now knows what I was doing, but every other podcast knew what I was doing before. So Christmas is over. We'll talk about Christmas gifts after the Genuine Positivity break. We can put what I got you for Christmas.
Okay.
Which was a weird way to get it for you, but we'll talk about that. You're like, I've never done that before.
Nope, never. I was a virgin, and we talked about that last week.
So Wisconsin is doing the ice castles again.
Yes.
So they do them in Colorado, New Hampshire, Utah. Didn't they do them in more last year?
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I thought there was like 2 more cities. I don't know, but it's open in winter. The general admission for a weekday is like $19, and for the weekends $23. Children are cheaper. But the reason I'm bringing this up is, did you go last year? Was it anywhere near you?
Well, of course, I drove. Now
these weren't the ice sculptures; these were the ice castles.
Yes. Yeah, these aren't the snow sculptures. This is something different.
Yeah, did you go to this?
I did not go to it. I drove past it once.
Where the heck is it?
Well, last year it was basically on the lake. This year it looks like they're doing
National Resort is where they got it listed.
Yes. So now
you're a national resort.
Correct. Remember I talked to you about that? That's the one that's got the 3 18-hole golf courses on the resort.
Wasn't that the Playboy Club?
No, they only have 2. This is the one we talked about earlier this year.
Okay, so what's that one called now?
Geneva National.
Geneva National, yeah.
Right.
Okay. And then what I didn't know, you have a Lake Geneva zip line?
Yes. They call it Lake Geneva Canopy Tours.
Where does that go? How big is that?
Okay. Last time, well, a long time ago, you remember Highway 12 coming up to Lake Geneva, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of getting off at, well, you would get off at Highway 50, but instead of getting off at Highway 50, if you kept going to where I used to live and you started,
you don't know, whatever.
Yeah. Do you remember going down the really big valley?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're coming from Illinois and you pass Highway 50, it'll be on the left of the valley. It's literally right there. But you have to exit Highway 120 in order to get there.
So no one really cares about that. Okay. More what I was asking. So Lake Geneva Canopy Tours, how big is this?
It's fairly big. Their office and the place where you sign up and load up to go to the place is on County Road H, which is the northwest corner of Lake Geneva.
Holy cow. We're open. Here's what you need to know. Smaller tours.
Yes.
We're limiting the tours to a maximum of 2 groups.
Yep.
How many people in a group, though? Is that, it doesn't say how many people in a group.
Well, here's the thing. They're not strangers. You supply your own group. And each time it's with your own people.
So you can have as many people as you want in your group. That makes no sense at all. Face card if you warn, free cancellation of 48 hours, book ahead, operate at 60% capacity and regularly selling out. COVID surcharge. Due to low capacity and PPE expenditures, we are reluctantly adding a $10 per person fee to help cover our expanded costs.
Yes.
Whatever. It's pumpkin drop season. Every full zipline tour includes a pumpkin drop at Double Racing Zipline.
Trust me, these people are really have a good time with those pumpkin drops.
Yes. So you got a zipline tour, fly through our 100-acre property by 9 unique ziplines. Oh, so it's zipline to zipline to zipline. Okay, that's kind of cool. See the tour. 9 unique zip lines. Is there a map of them? No.
I thought there was.
I'm trying to find it. It's $100 for the 9 zip line. It's $50 for the 4 zip line. The 9 zip lines take 2.5 hours. There's video here, but it doesn't show you. It's pretty good.
Yeah, they even do team building exercises there.
There's the 4-line course. Okay, the 4-line course goes there, and then the 5, you got to walk to get to the 5 line. Well, that's pretty cool. So the longest one they have is 841 feet. Not that bad.
No.
Oh no, the number 9, the 1,200 foot racing zip lines.
Ooh.
All right, so that's cool. Did I just send you more money?
I don't know what happened.
All right, just so you guys know, we'll talk about it later, but I sent Scott money the way he's never been sent money before. All right, so back to the ice sculptures, the ice castles.
Yes.
The reason I'm saying this is because, oh, crap. Now I've got to look. On a certain day, I saw a thing that they were going to do this for free, but it's not advertised on their website.
Oh, really? I missed that.
But it's in July. No, it's not in July.
No.
That's why it's free. That's why it's free, because it's in July.
Yeah.
No, Friday, January 15th, 2021.
Okay.
Free ice castles, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin.
Okay.
But I don't know how you sign up for it. It's a Facebook thing.
Oh, that would make sense.
So that could be cool, right? You can go for free, get some video for the show.
Just have to remind me because I'll probably forget.
Okay, Scott, on the 15th.
I do that to Susie all the time. She hits me upside the head.
Yeah, well, Susie, hit him upside the head.
Make sure he doesn't forget.
Even though I did it. But yeah, these ice castles things look cool.
They really are. And they have lighting and all sorts of stuff. Last year was downtown Lake Geneva, and unfortunately, we had one of those years where it got kind of warm and it screwed everything up. But people still loved it.
How do they make them? Because they look like they spray water till it freezes.
It's like kind of what they do. Yep, exactly.
Okay. Frequently asked questions, COVID, explore the castles. I'm trying to find pictures besides the pictures they have. They don't really have a very good. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yes.
But this looks like poured water that's frozen.
That's basically what they do.
Okay. Well, we could do that on a small scale and show it on the show.
What a concept.
Then bring it in. We can do it in our freezer. All right, so that's the Wisconsin Ice Castle. Something fun to do. Good luck on that. And from here on in, I don't think I have any subjects.
Okay. Well, since you mentioned Wisconsin, as I was checking around the area, I came up with a story that, because we like to do things that are kind of positive.
Right.
Why the heck did this just pop up? I hate pop-ups that lock the window.
Yeah, that sucks, dude.
Oh my goodness.
I'll learn to be better at a computer.
But anyway, can you imagine going to the bank, taking out
imagine going to the bank.
$3,000 in cash?
Can you imagine saying this in 2019 or hang on, I've got to go to the bank. Wait, I got to put my mask on.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
So no, I can't imagine it. But okay, going to the bank. Sorry.
Taking out $3,000 in cash and having, how when you do bonuses for employees or giving people money, you got these little envelopes that say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever, and you put the money in them, right?
Right.
And then losing it before you get back to the office or back to your house.
I saw that movie. It's called It's a Wonderful Life. And Uncle Harry.
Yeah.
Loses and Potter finds it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The difference is he doesn't give it back.
They made a movie out of it.
Yes. Well, in this case, what ended up happening is a regular, normal, everyday Joe found this bundle with all this money and the envelopes in it, realized that there was actually a bank deposit. Now, this is cash. Nobody is going to know that this person found this money, right? He goes back to the police department and says, look, I found this money. There's a receipt for the People's State Bank, but you know,
So
he turned back in.
The cops can go to the bank and tell them, and the bank can figure out who took out the money because they have.
So here's what this guy did, and of course, it turns out that these people were just absolutely devastated that they lost all this money. I would be too. I'd be devastated if I lost $20, $3,000, and this person turned it back in Wausau, Wisconsin.
Well, okay, so that's back to we were talking about brackish. Now here's a tie-in from the last show. Do you know that Wausau, Wisconsin is just south of Brackish, Wisconsin? But it's spelled it's spelled Brokaw, Brokaw. It's the closest thing you can find to brackish. It's a Brokaw.
Boy, Steve, you know how to stretch, don't you?
But they do have the Monk Botanical Gardens there.
Yes,
have you ever gone there? Have you ever gone there?
The Borner Botanical Gardens?
The Monk Botanical Garden.
No, I have not. I've been to.
That's a pretty cool place.
Yeah, I've been to the one in Janesville and I've been to the one in Milwaukee. Those are the only two I've gone to. Oh, what's the one in Chicago when I was younger?
Morton's.
Morton Arboretum. That was another awesome place.
Yeah, this place is pretty cool, but it's mostly like just trees, wooded areas with little picnic areas. Like the Morton Arboretum has the different trees all labeled and everything.
Yes.
This place is more of a walk around with trees and stuff like that.
Right.
But they got some cool architecture hidden in there. They got like a walkway where you go up to you know what? I know how much you love when I share stuff. So
now that I figured out there's an easier way to do it, it's not so bad anymore. I just got to find it. That's the hard part.
All right. So this is Monk Botanical Gardens right here. See that? Isn't that cool? You walk out there and then you're up on like a little, it's like a treehouse pagoda.
Yeah, that is cool. It's a raised gazebo.
Right? That's memory of that person.
Yes.
And they got the weird little thing there, right, with all the rocks. There's a gazebo there, right? Yes. They got that there. Then they've got this place with the fire pit and the benches for cooking and eating, right? Then they got stones, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of
mini cool. Stonehenge.
But yeah, then they got this like Oriental Asian type arch gateway. Then they've got this little like public garden place. That's the fire pit with the bathroom.
Ooh, delicious.
There's another one of the awnings. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I think you're supposed to.
It's called art.
No, I think you're supposed to look through the telescopes at the flowers up close.
Okay. So, where's the ladder for you to do that?
Well, I don't know if you do it earlier or later, but if you do it earlier, you don't need a ladder. And then warning, there's deep water here.
Yeah, I can see that right dead smack in the middle of the pond.
And then, that's the old story.
I love it. That's an awesome sign.
but this is it, Monk Botanical Gardens. So it's kind of a cool place.
It looks like it.
They got a 2-story one too, which is nice. And then some rocks, riverbeds. I mean, it's I've been there a while ago, probably way long ago, but it's kind of cool looking. I mean, they have the power lines they put in here. You see those, and then they bring people in. This is pre-COVID. That's the fireplace again.
Yeah, go figure. Hey, it's coming back. We're gonna get there.
Here it doesn't look as tall, but yeah. So that's a cool place. So that's by Wausau, where this guy found the $3,000. But that's pretty cool that he returned it.
Yep. Especially considering that person may have been. Well, we know nothing about it because they're keeping everything kind of quiet. But
not only kind of quiet, but this story is up everywhere, right?
Yes.
And everywhere has the same amount of information.
Yes.
Including us, because we're too lazy to go try and research anymore.
That's part of it. The other part is I know from experience that when something like this happens, if the person requests anonymity, they are granted it. It does not need to be told by the police.
Anonymity?
What did I say? Anonymity. I didn't say anonymity. See, now you got me doing it again.
You can't say it. That's why I want you to say it. It's like some people can't say cinnamon. I'm cool with that.
Cinnamon. Is he cinnamon?
Put cinnamon. Cinnamon.
He's almost the color cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Well, that's what the girls at the club let me call him.
Yes.
Hey, cinnamon. But that's pretty cool. That was cool that he actually did that. So, and you know, Christmas wasn't ruined, but they don't know that. So,
Yes.
All right, enough of that.
But it was still a positive story.
You know, it's a very positive story.
And here's another positive story.
What?
Starting last Sunday, the cable companies can no longer rent you the router that you already own.
Huh?
Okay, I have to share this because what intrigued me on this particular story before I even saw this was I thought this was about some kind of a new robotic Wi-Fi unit that would go around the house and make things cool for you. Then after I read it, it turned out that it wasn't. However, I still thought it was kind of cool.
The antennas of the router turned upside down, so it looked like a spider, and you thought that it was an AI. You thought Al was a router?
I thought Al was going to do an Al router. Doesn't it look like that?
No.
What do you mean, no? It looks like it's walking. Does it not look like it's walking?
Okay, I did not know companies could do this because it's kind of stupid. And yeah, so if the company supplies you the router, they can rent it to you. Makes sense. But if you buy your own router, they could rent it to you also?
Well, technically, they're giving you a surcharge for not using their router. Frontier happens to be one of the worst ones. They charge you $10 a month for using your own router. They have now made it illegal for them to do that, which is fine and dandy because you know they'll just come up with a different surcharge for something else, right? Because they're not going to give up that $10.
Okay, and here's the other deal. Who are you going to go with? I have no choice in my neighborhood.
Right.
I either get internet or I don't get internet. It's just how far do I have to bend over?
You mean you don't need, well, what about AT&T or you got DSL?
There is no AT&T in Las Vegas.
Really?
Yes, because all of the wires were put in by CenturyLink, so they own all the wires.
Okay.
So AT&T doesn't come there. Yeah, there's no Uverse or I can't get AT&T cable, nothing.
But Century doesn't have their own DSL?
Yeah, it sucks.
But see, it's still a choice. So you have DSL, you have cable.
Okay. And a hot poker up the butt or a hot poker up the butt is a choice also.
That is very true.
My left hand or my right hand?
What about satellite?
That's not a choice. Yeah, satellite's a choice, but who's going to do the latency on satellite?
Yes, that's what I keep telling them. They used to call me all the time and says, we got such a great deal for you. I go, why do I want to slow my internet down and give myself a 3-second delay on everything I do?
Plus, you still got to upload over the wire.
That's correct. So I kept saying, sure, you've got more.
It's under 100 billion gigabytes. It doesn't matter. Your upload speed is only 2.
Yeah.
We're doing a video show. We need upload speed.
That's right. So I like my cable. I just don't like the price I pay for it. But anywho's,
that really sucks.
Congress actually passed this law back in June, but it didn't go into effect until this month, last Sunday.
Crazy.
So just the way it is. But yay, it's no longer legal for them to do that.
We had this story a while ago. Remember when Foxconn said they were going to build the LCD factory in Wisconsin?
Yes. That's only 45 minutes from me.
Yeah, well, Foxconn tells Wisconsin it never promised to build an LCD factory. Did you know that?
Of course I know they said that. You never once hear them say that. The only one that says that was the governor and the president. But now we're getting into politics, so we can't talk about it anymore. Trust me, it's been on the news for months and months and months about this problem.
Yeah, that sucks. I guess they were getting tax credits. So that's good.
Yeah, they're losing out on a bunch of it now because they didn't follow through. But even when this deal was first being put into place, it was brought up that they've done this exact same thing in like 7 other locations, and they screw every one of those locations the exact same way they just did it to us.
Well, I was worried about that with the Raiders coming to Vegas.
Right.
But he came because he was going to move south, and then they built a stadium down there, and they never went in. They actually built a stadium.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, you're going to do it again.
So, but anywho's.
So I'm losing track of phone models. Okay.
I know.
So I didn't even know the Google Pixel 5 is out, right?
Yes.
So then, because we talked for Christmas, I want a new phone, right? And we'll get to that later, what I got for Christmas. Not anything on my list. So Samsung is now on the Samsung Galaxy S21. When the hell is that coming out? The
S20. Oh, yes. Okay. First of all, you need to understand something. They went away from the numerical order of the Samsung Galaxy S1, 2, 3, 4, 8.
I have a Note 8. Then there was a 10.
Yes. Now they're going to 21 because it's the year of 2021.
Because I think 7, 8, 9.
That's correct. That was the problem with that. And then it got indigestion. And
so I'm like, but here was the thing that caught my attention on this.
You said but.
Yes, I did. Because I like big butts, and I cannot oh crap. I totally went off the wrong one there. All right. So is the iPhone 12 also have 6 cameras?
Do they have 6? I thought they had 4.
6? What do you need 6 cameras for? Facing and 1 front facing. Wait, that's what this is going to have. It's going to have 5 rear facing. It's going to have a 3-time and a 10-time telephoto.
Okay, I do like that because I hate my telephoto on my phone. It just sucks.
72 millimeter, 240 millimeter. And I didn't say what the other one is, but like, what about the 50 millimeter? 50 millimeters, that's what you're used to seeing with your eye. I want a 50 millimeter. I don't know. This is weird.
I will not disagree with you.
Why do you need 6 cameras on a phone?
I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. I'm assuming that there is a legitimate reason for it. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it.
I mean, they are getting to charge you $1,000 again for a damn phone.
Only 1,000? Really? Well,
they've been getting better. I mean, they've been starting to put them back in. They started putting them back in plans where you're paying for a plan now.
Yes.
$15 extra a month.
Oh, it kind of makes sense.
Oh, so the Pixel 5 is only $600.
Okay. See?
That's not too bad.
Cheap at a tenth the price.
Whatever. Still got suckered and bought that for $1,000.
Yeah. Well, remember when I got mine? This was $1,000, but they gave me $350 for my old phone, so it wasn't as bad. But they did let me put it on my monthly payment. So.
Yeah, I gotta find out how much the S21 Ultra will cost. But yeah, because that was one of my Christmas presents, if you recall.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. 0 down, but $54.17 a month.
For how many months?
I don't know, but what the? Oh, that's just the Note 20. Where's the 21? They don't have the price for the 21. If Samsung Galaxy's S21 gets this feature, there's no reason for a Note 21. Okay. I'm hooked.
Okay. If it's a standard 3-year term, that's $1,950.12.
I know, right? I can't find the price.
But I'm thinking that they only do 24 months on those because I think that's what mine was 24 months.
No, I'm going to buy a car. I'm not, because of what I got for Christmas.
Oh, it's only $1,300. See, it's cheap at half the price.
Oh, yeah, $1,300. That's for the, yeah. No. Ridiculous. All right, get me away from these phones.
Okay, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
We were talking about phones. You heard what happened with Apple, right?
No, what did Apple do now?
They had to put another supplier on probation because they've been exploiting workers who ended up being so pissed off they smashed up one of the buildings.
Apple smashed up one of the.
No. Here's the thing. Most people don't realize this, but Apple actually uses private companies to manufacture most of their products.
Right. Taiwan companies. I mean, let's face facts. We talked about this. We said no electronics are manufactured in the United States anymore. And you and I got into an argument about that.
Yes.
I said there were none, and you said there were still some, and I said there were none.
And we found a few, but there were a lot less than I even anticipated.
But they weren't. But they didn't assemble everything here. Like they made the finishing. Oh, we put the last screw in.
Made in America.
Oh, seriously.
Can you imagine that? Shipping a case of a product over. You open it up and there's a little bag with 100 screws in it. You have to take one screw for each item in the box.
Exactly.
That would be so funny.
Final assembly in America.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But anyway, for the second time in 2 months, Apple is putting one of the companies it hires to build their iPhone on notice for violating labor laws. Apparently, the Taiwanese manufacturing giant Wistrom has been ripping off their employees and tricking them into working tons of overtime, not taking breaks, and then not paying them.
Yeah, they're not paying them part. Okay, so, do you know there's still states in the United States? In the United States, state law, you look it up, to go to Department of Labor, or go to Missouri. Go to Missouri Department of Labor and look what breaks and lunches are required.
Right.
0. There are none required. None. They don't have to give you breaks or lunches.
Yes.
So I'm fine with that. However, not paying them?
Yes.
How do you get away with that? Well, apparently you don't. Well, you do over there, but apparently we get upset about it.
Right. So, but when you don't get paid enough, your employees do get a little upset, and then they cause, thousands of dollars worth of damage to your building because you're an idiot. So I get it. I'd be pissed off if I wasn't getting. I mean, we all understand that money is tight with the pandemic. People aren't making the money, but you're talking about $1 trillion company. There's no excuse for employees not getting paid.
Well, when they're charging you $500-600 for a phone that's being paid that
for $12,
make kind of a problem.
Yeah,
kind of a problem.
I thought it was kind of a drag.
Kind of a drag.
Yeah, see, it's terrible. We remember this stuff. Yes, folks. Oh.
That's all we can remember.
Yes, I was obviously, I did my last Santa Claus of the year. And the young lady that was my elf, it was really kind of funny because I'm trying to explain stuff to her for the reason why I do some of the things they do. And she goes, "Who's that?" Well, I don't know. Like, oh, no. Didn't know who Bob Seger was. What?
Yeah, the generation gap started. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Found out she was only 17 years old. That's why.
How old?
17.
Oh, yeah. She would know who Seeger is.
No.
No way.
Funny.
That's the kind. We got to do one of those. Okay, so we didn't. Next show, I'm going to put in a show subjects. We have to find it. New Year resolutions.
Oh, yes. We should have done that for this show. Bad us.
RESPECT. Right out what it mean to me. RESPECT. Okay, I already added it.
Perfect.
So your research. Yeah, that's crazy. You know what I did?
I have no idea what you did because all I can see is your chin and up, nothing below it.
Okay. That's scary that you would even say it that way. All right.
Well, you're obviously looking down that you did something. I can't see what you did.
I turned my timer off.
Oh, well, that's okay. We're doing okay so far. We need to do our genuine positivity message because we're slightly past the halfway mark.
Yep.
Should I just go into it?
No. I saw this and I wanted to know why this isn't accurate for you. So, and I'm surprised you didn't see this subject because it's your favorite place to search for stuff. Okay, you ready?
Sure.
Here is the title. Cooking videos were one small savor of 2020.
You're right. I didn't see that one.
Stuck at home, there's one activity we could all spend time on. Yeah, so all these people are doing these things now and you stopped.
Yeah, go figure, right?
But what the heck is up with that? Because these people suck and you're way better than they are. So I'm pissed off that you didn't do that. So because they're doing that, I'm going to allow you to change your persona and become Funguy the Entertainer. And Funguy the Entertainer has our genuine positivity message, which seems a bit wordy again.
I didn't think it was that bad. It's only 3 sentences.
Cut it down to 1.
The new year is almost upon us. And as we look back on 2020 in disgust, we all hope that the new year will bring our lives back to normal. That is the key. It is hope that lets us cope with the trials and tribulations assaulting us this past year, and reminds us that the holiday season, although not as traditional as we might like, is still full of hope, love, peace, and possibilities.
You can't really see the color change there. I would like you to read it again. Only I'd like you to read just the section I highlighted.
The new year is almost upon us, and as we look back on 2020 in disgust.
We are not going to discuss 2020 ever again.
Yeah,
I've
really.
told you folks on that. We are, they're going to go, okay, class, that brings to a conclusion 2019.
Yes.
Now, if you look at the next page, we're going to start talking about 2021.
There you go.
Hey, what happened to 20? We don't talk about
We don't talk about it, no. Although in 100 years, when the next one comes, they'll talk about this one.
When was the last pandemic? Was it 108? It was 108.
2018.
Was
1918.
it 100 years or was it 180 years? I don't remember.
1918, 1919, 1920 during the World War I.
So it's got to be solar flares.
It's not.
It's got to be. No, we've talked about this. That the lack of solar flares is allowing the virus. We all have it.
Right.
And these viruses come out during this time of lack of solar flares. Right?
Okay.
Well,
I remember that theory.
It ties in with your next story.
It does? The next story is your story.
Oh, it is. Well, the story after that. So let's skip my story, go to your story, and then come back to my story.
Ah, okay. All right. Now, there has been something interesting happening. Recently,
Besides
we had that
lining up.
Yes. I'm trying to remember the date, and I'm trying to pan down to find it, and I don't see the date. But
For what?
earlier this year,
December 14th.
Say that again.
The eclipse on December 14th.
Yes, that's it. So it was just like 2 weeks ago, right? we had that. A scientist discovered a rare comet during that solar eclipse. Something you might not have normally noticed, but the eclipse allowed it to be visible. Apparently, he was an amateur astronomer. Let's see, where was he? Anyway.
Yeah, his name is Sangraza.
Say that again. I wasn't gonna do that.
His name is Sangraza.
Sangraza. I like that. But Chile and Argentina actually had the total solar eclipse. We only had a partial here.
Right.
So,
because it depends on what hemisphere you're on. It was just kind of cool.
yes.
People all fly all around the world to see solar eclipses. And a lot of them, a lot of them are on the southern hemisphere than northern hemisphere.
Yes. But here's the thing that I found really interesting. Granted, they have a really strange place for putting punctuation. It says at the time that the eclipse image was taken, the comet was traveling at roughly 7.24.205 kilometers per hour. Gesundheit.
Excuse me.
And it was about 4.3 million kilometers from the sun's surface.
Yeah. His name was Warshut Bloomplot. He was on the Sun Plot project.
Okay.
But yeah.
But here's the thing.
This solar flares, which that's when you can really see the solar flares.
Yes.
Is when there's an eclipse and you see all the flares. It's pretty cool.
It is. But the thing that he liked about this is this comet was about the size of a large semi-truck. It was 50 feet in diameter. But they actually have pictures of it disintegrating into dust particles because of the intense solar radiation of those solar flares.
So what you're saying is this guy was in India, and because of this, there were riots at the Apple plant.
You tied that in. That's what it was.
Manufactures the phone in India. No?
Sure.
Whatever.
I did not say that, Steve. You said that.
Okay.
So remember, folks, send all your hate mail to Steve. Yeah, right.
That's right. What happened to the world today? Go down to the bottom there. Remember, my name is Scott.
People know better, Steve. Sorry.
So Christmas list. You put me on the spot last week. I actually came up with a really good Christmas list.
Yes, you did.
And I was very pleased. My wife actually watched the show, apparently because she'd been missing me because I was traveling, so she wanted to see what I looked like. I'm thinking about shaving and leaving. What do you think?
I've never cared for them ever.
Well, what do you think of me though? I mean, since I wear a mask all the time, nobody ever sees it, so I can screw around all I want.
I don't know. I just had a conversation actually earlier today that with my elf that right now beards, long hair, and ponytails are in style again.
I know.
Okay?
That's why all the razors are being sold.
Correct. But I'm like, I don't think the kids would get it if I put my hair in a ponytail as Santa Claus.
Yeah, you need to do a bun. You need to do a man bun.
A man bun?
Yeah. A man bun.
I've kind of gone short. I just had my hair cut last week because I was getting tired of the unruliness of it. So
a man bun, an Olivia Munn. Remember Olivia?
Olivia Newton-John?
No, Olivia Munn. You are old.
I like Olivia Newton-John.
You don't know who Olivia Munn is?
No.
Seriously. Killing me, dude. She's like a technology person. Like that's where she got her start. She was a host of one of those new. That's her. She was dating Rogers.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Honestly, no. I only because of Aaron Rodgers, I sort of recognize her now, but no, I don't know her.
Yeah, that's her.
Okay.
I mean, she didn't get a prince like Meghan Markle did.
Yeah.
Meghan Markle. Is that the right name?
I didn't get a prince either, so don't feel bad.
So, all right. But that's her.
You know, that's one thing you don't hear about. You don't hear about princesses dating American men.
They're smart.
It's always American women dating British princes, or not just British, but princes.
But yeah, I am surprised that you didn't know about her because she did date. I mean, she's an actress and she was a host of some tech show where she got her start. But yeah, she did date Aaron Rodgers for a while.
Cool.
Okay, but Christmas. So I came up with a list and I wanted all kinds of cool things for Christmas, right?
Yes.
I actually came up with stuff.
Yes. Well, I was trying to try to get the tree, but I couldn't make sure that it was exactly the right thing that you really wanted, so I didn't get it.
Well, I do want it, but I can't see how 50 feet? No, 50.
It's 5 meters.
5 meters is going to cover a whole tree. I would
basically a meter is 3.5 feet.
Right.
So you're talking 15 or 15, 16, 17 feet. That's it. 17 feet. That's not a lot.
Enough to wrap around a tree that
I know.
I don't know. I'm will eventually get one, to try it out. But if it's like a tabletop tree, when a little thing, I'll be pissed. But if it works, it'll still be cool. So
Right.
I'm good. All right. So while I was traveling, our hot water heater went out.
Uh-oh.
So I'm here. My family has no hot water. I can start calling friends. Feel sorry for me, people. I could have called a friend. He might have been able to go over there and fix it, but I don't know. It's the weekend. Always happens on the weekend, so it's a weekend call.
Okay,
so
just so you know, it doesn't always happen on the weekend. Only 99.9% of the time.
Well, to me, it happens when it's going to cost me more, right? So call the guy over. He comes over. He goes, "Well, your hot water heater's over 12 years old." I go, "Yeah, I know. Just restart it." Well, I don't recommend restarting. And I don't care what you recommend. Restart it. Well, I could put a new 12-year one in for $1,800.
Ooh, cheap at a quarter of the price.
You know what the most expensive hot water heater at Home Depot is? It's a Ream. It's a 12. It's a 40-gallon. Do you know how much that costs?
$800.
How about $599?
Okay.
But he's there. It's the weekend. My family doesn't have hot water. I'm not there. Now, just so you folks know, changing a hot water heater is not that hard.
No.
It depends underneath it. Okay. You shut the water off, right?
Yep.
In and out. Shut the water off. You disconnect the two lines. Now, the lines, they sell them. They're like little flex lines. You buy new ones. Buy new ones of those. Don't use the others.
Correct.
You take the gas line, or if it's electric, you just unplug it. Mine was gas. Take the gas line, shut the gas off, disconnect the gas line.
Correct.
You hook a garden hose up to the bottom of the spigot. You turn it on and you drain it. You take
into
the
your septic well.
Take the
earthquake. Your septic, your sump pump well.
Take the earthquake bracing off.
Oh, we don't have that here.
And literally, you could pick up a water tank and raise it over your head. They are so freaking light. It's amazing. No. Yes.
Not used ones. New ones, yes. Not used ones.
Everybody go to Home Depot and do it. It's amazing. Yes, there's a bunch of calcium in the bottom. It's a little heavy.
Trust me. It took 3 of us to get ours out.
I want everybody in the stores going, "Don't know told me to lift it over my head."
Yeah, yes.
I don't know who told me, but they said to do it. Don't know who told me to.
Yeah, when they're brand new, they're really lightweight. It's the only one that got all that calcium that they're heavy.
Freaky light that they will hold 40 gallons of water and not just bust open. So you just do it in reverse. You put it back on the pan, right? You make sure the spigot's off. You hook the gas back up. You check it. You know how you check to see if you got a gas leak, right? You take a lighter.
Right. You just put a lighter on it. Right. No.
Then you take the new hoses and you connect the new hoses back up. Make sure the chimney's on the right way, right? So the gas, so the fumes go out through the chimney, right?
Yes.
And that's it. You're done. It's done. It's done.
Yes.
So
in some places you're not allowed to change your own because it's a plumbing thing, and some states require a certified plumber to do it.
Whatever.
I know.
The Don't Know Show don't know that. Point being is, I've got a friend who is an engineer for a casino. Okay.
Yes.
He knows how to do air conditioning. He knows how to do plumbing. He would have went over to plumbing. So $1,800 later, I've got a new. So that's what I got for Christmas.
Okay. Hey, wait a minute. Was it a 40-gallon or was it a instant heat one?
I wanted the instant heat one.
Because that should have been the right price for $1,800.
Guess what he wanted to sell me the instant heat one for?
$3,000. $5,000. He wanted to retire.
Yes.
There we go. I figured it out right away.
I'm like, totally not cool, dude. Here's my poor wife. I'm out of town. He knows it. It's the weekend. He knows it. Well, I really shouldn't start up. It's not leaking now. I go, but I got a home warranty. Well, the home warranty won't replace it unless it's leaking. But you won't restart it because it's leaking. Well, yeah, but they won't replace it. So you won't restart it and they won't replace it because it's not broke bad enough. Restart the damn thing. so I can have hot water and I'll come home and I'll fix it myself. Ugh. I was mad.
Yeah,
Hopefully saying this out loud, putting it out in the atmosphere will let me let it go.
yes.
Let
It's
it
either
go.
that or when you get back, you sue him.
No. He did a good job, did great work. He told me what the price was and I agreed to it.
Yeah, can't sue him.
He did everything right. I'm the idiot. Ugh. So that's what I got for Christmas.
Okay. So,
but you got something nicer. You got a text.
I got a text. I've never gotten a text before that says I got money.
So apparently, do you do Venmo even?
Nope.
All right. So Scott's back. He's old timey. He doesn't even know what Venmo is. But I bank with Chase. So with Chase, I could Zelle him the money. Literally, all I have to do is text him the money. I text him. He logs on, gets the money. It goes right in his bank account.
Okay. Now here's a question for you.
Tell me what I bought you for Christmas.
What do I do every Sunday? Well, almost every Sunday.
Go out to eat.
Right. Where do we usually go out to eat?
Chili's.
Correct. So we went there today, and when I was done, I paid using my phone. So I'm not completely old timey.
Well, okay.
I use Samsung Pay.
Oh, Samsung Pay. Okay, that's pretty good. That's tied to a credit card, though, just so you know.
That is correct.
Mine's cooler. I just texted you money.
Right.
And it's going to go right in your bank account.
Well, I have to give them that information. How else is it going to get to my bank account?
You'd be surprised. It's scary, is actually what it is.
Okay.
My sister-in-law was like, how did you know what account I put it in? It's in my account. How did they know that was my account? I'm like, relax.
Because Big Brother knows everything.
They know more than they want you to know.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I might have fixed something. Alexa, say hi to Steve.
Yeah, no, didn't fix it.
It just did it.
I couldn't hear it.
But you can't hear it. It's too far away.
Yeah, you got to bring it closer. When I get home, I'll bring my Echo Dot in. So
now, this next subject is one that I picked out because it's something you are into.
Wait. I have to play it back. Did you tell everybody what I got you for Christmas?
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a text with money in it. Oh, what is that money for? Yes, that money is designated for a specific thing. And if I don't buy this specific thing, it is automatically going to come out of my account back to his, and I won't even know it happened.
No, it won't. But you can do whatever you want. But you came up with a list of things that you wanted for Christmas. And I actually bought you the WeatherTech
floor mats. The deep well floor mats.
Yeah, for your plow truck. There you go.
Which I'm supposed to actually be able to pick up this week. Yay!
Yeah.
I've only owned it for 3 weeks. It'd be kind of nice to actually drive it.
Does it have a plow?
Yes.
It's all hooked up?
Well, that's what was supposed to be happening today. But
cool.
I didn't get a message saying it was done.
Nice.
So
that's awesome.
Apparently the first plow we bought ended up being a piece of crap that didn't work, but he found a better one, which means it cost me more money, but it's actually designed for this specific vehicle and it's supposed to be in much better condition.
Well, that's cool.
Yep.
All right. So.
Hey, I can canoe.
I don't know. Canoo? I can't.
Can you believe they now have electric canoes?
Okay.
Electric vehicle startup Canoo unveils futuristic delivery van.
Okay.
Isn't that a canoe on wheels?
Okay.
Remember a couple shows ago, you came up with all these really cool new vans and trucks and cars coming out that were electric.
Okay.
This one here is the multi-purpose delivery vehicle, or MPDV.
Wait a minute. Where? Oh, there you are. Damn it.
And it's supposed to be available in 2022. Look, it's a canoe. Where'd it go? Canoe.
Can you hear it?
No. What did you do? Did you break it? Ah, now I hear it.
This is weird music. But full dashboard. This airbag. Look at that. Sun visors. Yeah, because when you break down, it's not a big deal. Multi-purpose. Nice card, huh?
I've got one like that.
Turn the music down because the music is used. Adjustable shelving. Okay, whatever. Hello, Raptor.
Now, the cool thing is they're talking about the batteries are good for 100 to 300 miles on a single charge, depending on which unit you go with. And most of these kind of vehicles are one-day use vehicles, and they don't do that kind of miles anyway.
Yep. I like the marketplace feature where you just.
Yes. Very cool.
Temperature controlled. Little cafe.
So here's the thing that kind of upsets me. Because of the way my brain works, I'm always coming up with all these weird ideas, but I don't have any way to implement them. I need to find out where these companies are and see if I can't hook up with their think tanks.
This is my favorite one right here. You pull up, like let's say it's a sporting event or something like that, right?
Right.
Pull up and let people put all their stuff in the locker. Then you just drive away with all your shit.
Well, yeah, they could, but that would be a bad thing, and they get in trouble.
That'd be great.
Oh, yeah. Good old Steve. You got to make sure that he, you know something? We don't have time to do the last story, so we're going to have to put that for next week.
We don't have time. We got time.
We're at almost an hour already.
All right. Well, how long is the last story?
The last story is long. That's at least 15 minutes.
Oh, well, why didn't you tell me that?
Well, we sort of went off rails, which is not unusual for us. So when I did this, I timed it out and it should have come out pretty good, but that's a little bit too much.
I'm never on rails.
Never, never, never.
All right. So I'm cutting that out. So next year we'll talk about the 17 worst companies to work for. And
in America.
Well, it's obviously not the one in China.
Which is another misnomer because they say America, they should say the U.S. because America could be North America or South America.
America.
So, anywho's.
I'm gonna give you a hint. This is all by Glassdoor ratings.
Yes.
So these are rated by Glassdoor, which is employees or people who've worked there feeding back on these companies.
Correct.
So, you got to have at least 10,000 employees for these companies and at least 1,000 reviews before they even considered you. So think about that, folks. Think about that. All right.
So that leaves us with one last thing for our show. And what is that, Steve?
Steampunk.
Close. Really close. As a matter of fact, a good steampunk movie would probably have a stovepipe.
Okay.
But it's not what you think it means. It doesn't go on top of a stove.
Well, yes, it does. It takes fumes and brings them out of your house vertically.
That is correct. But remember how you asked me to research words that have been added that used to have other meanings, but because of the pandemic or other reasons, they are now being added to the dictionary. This is one of those words.
Okay, stovepipe hat.
That too. See, remember stovepipe hats?
Now, what about when your gun stovepipes? Oh, you don't know that?
No, so but the only thing I think
that's when your comes back and the cartridge gets jammed in the top. That's called the stove.
Ooh, yeah, that would be bad.
Well, I mean, it's just a cartridge.
Yes, but if you're in a gunfight and you get jammed up like that, that's bad.
Yeah, that's a stovepipe.
Okay. Well,
You
in
didn't know
this particular case, the new meaning of stovepipe is to transmit information to a higher level in an organization through an isolated and narrow channel of communication.
Yeah, I could give you some isolated and narrow channel communication.
Yes, you can, you
But
disgusting perverted slob, you.
I will transfer up your stovepipe.
Bad, Steve. Peggy, he needs to get home. He's getting bad.
Next show I'll be home for a weekend for the next show. So
yay.
So with that, I guess we're good. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
This is the end of 2020. Thank God.
Thank goodness.
Goodbye, 2020. Good riddance.
Wait. So long, farewell, la fille is saying goodbye.
To you, and you, and you. Really? We are.
Should old acquaintance be forgot?
And days of old lang syne. Old lang syne. Really?
Yep.
Really?
Well, it has meaning. So now people are like, why are you sticking to us? Just end this damn show so we can go to the bathroom or something.
It's not old. It's ald.
Ald. A-U-L-D. Ald lang syne.
Which is just, I don't know. Like 3 words that mean nothing. Old lang and syne. S-Y-N-E. Really? All right. With that, old lang and syne. Thank you for watching.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
then please subscribe, watch our other shows and channels. Have you put any cooking shows up?
Not in a long time. No, we discussed this.
I don't have other shows and channels right now. I don't have my radio show.
I got my Santa Claus on my other channel. You can watch it.
Okay, go down to whathappened.world. But I don't do What Happened in Las Vegas today because there's no shows in Las Vegas. When those start opening, I will be back at those shows, pubbing those shows. I miss my friends. I mean, I miss you, but I miss my friends.
Better scope on your rifle. You wouldn't miss them.
Yeah, good. But that I want you to live every day, and we'll see you on the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a great new 2021.